growing up, and I could talk about zombies all day because there is every flavor you could potentially think of. Every person I've talked to, their zombie is completely different from somebody else's. As to what they can do, how fast they run, how they operate. Everybody has their own flavor. Okay. So, one part I wanted to make very aware is how would the government respond? That's always a good question. Right? I hear snickers already. How long until a response? For anything.
Depends on where you're at.
Us living here in Houston dealing with hurricanes probably know this pretty well.
I would say minimum,
Minimum 72 hours. Could it be sooner? Sure. Maybe. And I didn't just pull this out of the air. There's been much written about it. Many of the federal emergency books that I've read says just that actually in the first 72 hours, it falls to first responders in any type of emergency. It takes time to mobilize National Guard. It takes time to mobilize the federal aid that we see. Although CDC can fly in and just drop tons of these kits that have every kind of antiviral, every kind of antibiotic you'd ever dream of, they can do it, but it takes time, it takes authorization. And as you know, sometimes it takes a while to get that actually done. So it actually falls kind of in three levels: your local government, then your state, and then more along your federal lines. So you need to be prepared. And what's funny is the CDC has jumped on top of this. Because of that 72-hour window, the idea behind this is if we can reach out to people and say, look, if you need to be prepared for zombies, right? Which I kind of take that a little bit more seriously than they do. The idea behind the CDC kind of jumping on the bandwagon here is if you can plan for zombies, you're pretty much set. You're ready for whatever can happen, right? If you can survive for 72 hours, something will come in, hopefully. It could get worse. You've all seen zombie films where everything went the wrong way and everybody pretty much died. So I say, let's be a little bit more prepared than 72 hours, a little bit longer. So depending on the type of transmission, how would the government respond? I would wager a quarantine of some sort. That would be really difficult to do, depending on how zombies transfer the virus from one to the next. So it could be easy to do, or it might not be so easy to do. Has anyone seen World War Z? A few people, okay. Well, not to give anything away, but we kind of saw what happened in Israel, where they had a certain quarantine going on, and things didn't quite work out. Okay? So, what does kind of CDC, WHO, all these things kind of recommend? I kind of follow this because it's actually really good. If you are concerned and worried about a zombie virus, of course, just don't come into contact with it. So how do you do that? Okay? A lot of different things you can do here. We all know this, don't touch your eyes or nose. My biggest fear in this is that a zombie virus would be transferable the same way a flu virus is, with a long period of latency. Did you know that if you have the flu virus, you could be asymptomatic for 24 hours but still pass that virus on to somebody else within a 12-hour period? That's very fast. It's very fast for a virus to do that. So the concern is you could have the zombie virus, or any virus for that matter, pass it on and not even know it. So quarantining would be extremely difficult in that scenario. I love this picture because it's from 28 days later. It's a little bit difficult to see, but right here is a drop of blood heading straight for his eye. And if you've not seen this movie, he doesn't make it further than like 2 steps because someone basically shoots him in the face because he's going to turn into a zombie quickly. So any type of transmission, blood transmission, all of that, you really have to be concerned with if you're looking out and see zombies running around. And then, of course, this one. If bitten, how long before you become infected? Basically, how long before you have to shoot your best friend, right? A friend of mine, who I've written a book looking at zombie survival, so if you're in publishing, I need to talk to you. I asked him the question, I said, okay, so if I get infected or bitten, what's your plan? What are we going to do? He's like, I'm going to shoot you. I'm like, automatically? Because, yeah, no qualms. Just, okay, you're infected, see you later. I'm like, really? That quick? I said, what if? What if I'm that one person that's actually immune to it? Oh, well, shouldn't have been you. Thanks a lot. When you look at a lot of zombies, if we really kind of take it in more of a serious scenario, biting is really the worst way to go. After watching World War Z, we saw that they were fast zombies and they bit. It turned people very quickly into a zombie within kind of a 12-second period. That's really too fast. Viruses take about 3 days really to go through replication and actually infect a lot of cells. So it's a little bit far out there as to what we know in nature as to how quickly these viruses can actually infect cells. So biting, probably not the best transmission. I hate to burst your zombie bubbles in terms of watching all these movies like, oh, I love it, they gotta bite them and not punch them in the face. It's not gonna happen that way, unfortunately. It won't be that easy. The silent killer will be something that's probably terrible.